afternoon, everybody. Today is Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. We're here for a town board meeting. And as we start all of our meetings, would we all please stand for the pledge? And Mr. Vullo, would you mind leading us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Rothwell, do we have somebody here for an invocation today?
We do. We have today, joining in our presence is Lieutenant Esther Togara. She's the corporate officer and pastor for the Salvation Army. If you would please come forward to lead in our invocation. And thank you very much.
Good afternoon, friends. Could you please stand with me so that we can pray? Our Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, this afternoon. We exalt your name, Holy Spirit. Father, we are here. We thank you, Lord, for the leadership. We thank you, Lord, for your grace upon each and every one here, Lord. Father, we thank you for all that we are about to do. We bless your name. We bless your name, Lord. We thank you for each and every one. We thank you for all the board, each and every one here, Lord. Continue to guide and lead us and be with us, Lord. We thank you. Invite your presence. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Okay, you see the sea of blue here today with the men and women of our famous Riverhead Police Department. We have two very important promotions to do today, so we're going to go a little bit out of order and do those promotions.
There would be 29 and 30 in your packet, 837.
First one we will do is Resolution 2024-847, also known as number 29. This will be the town board promotes and appoints Police Lieutenant Danielle Willsey to Captain of the Riverhead Police Department. Ken, you want to read it and we'll vote on it?
Yeah, first I know we do have to open up just in case for public comment on either one of these two resolutions. But Resolution 2024-847, Town Board promotes and appoints Police Lieutenant Danielle Willsey to Captain of the Riverhead Police Department.
Second.
Open up for comments.
Yeah, let me open it for comments first. Would anybody like to comment on this resolution? Anybody online? Nobody here? Having seen nobody, read the resolution. We vote on it. Take the vote, rather. James?
Waski?
Absolutely, congratulations.
Merrifield?
Yes, congratulations.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Lieutenant Willsey has been impeccable in her career here, and we were honored to see her come into the lieutenant status. She is admired by all the men and women in our department. I know she's going to do an incredible job as captain of our department. We appreciate her service to the town, and I profoundly vote yes. Thank you.
And Hubbard?
Absolutely. She is the first female captain of the Riverhead Police Department, making history right here today. I had the pleasure of working with her for a number of years before I retired. Little background on her, she lives in Maniville. She joined Riverhead PD on 9/11/2006. She was promoted to sergeant on July 18, 2018, and promoted to lieutenant on November 4th, 2021. She's joined here today with her husband Don, her daughter Evelyn, her son Nicholas, her daughter Claire, and her daughter Allison. And at this point in time, I would ask if soon-to-be Captain Willsey, would you come forward, and Chief Police Frost for the swearing in? And we'll go down and join them at the floor. We're going to slide one. Oh, sure. That's okay.
All right. Do you solemnly swear that you uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and that you will faithfully perform your duties of the rank of police captain for the Riverhead Police Department to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I will.
Congratulations.
make it legal.
And then you sign right here. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Captain. Excellent job.
Don, I'm not sure how it goes at home, but when I got elected as supervisor, my wife told me, you might be in charge at town hall. You ain't nothing at home. So I don't know how that's going to play out for you, but best of luck and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we're going to promote a sergeant to the rank of lieutenant. This would be resolution number 30. Do we have anybody would like to make a comment on resolution number 30? Anybody online? No? Not seeing anybody here. Bob, go ahead and read it.
Promotes a sergeant to the rank of lieutenant. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes, congratulations.
Merrifield,
Yes, congratulations.
Kern,
Yes, congratulations.
Rothwell.
For the last time, congratulations, Sergeant Isgro, as you are now Lieutenant. Great job, congratulations, wish you the best of luck. I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Likewise, I had the pleasure of working with Sergeant Isgro. Awesome fella, a really, really good cop. Our department is in such good hands right now. The young men and women at this department are incredible, and if we had police Olympics, you would be champs of Long Island, I assure you of that. Great group of people, and Dino, best of luck to you. Dino, come on up. Chief Frost. We'll go down front.
Ed, did you want the microphone? It's up to you.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and that you will faithfully perform the duties of the rank of Police Lieutenant for the Riverhead Police Department to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Okay, Dino, I need two signatures from you. One is right here. That's the official that we filed in the county. No, that's not it. And then up here. Nice signature. Wow. Capital.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. You turned in that blue shirt. Get yourself a nice white one.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Got to introduce your three children.
My wife Jennifer, this is my oldest Mariella, my middle Aviana, and the little one Alessandra.
Super proud of that.
To help demonstrate how good a guy Dino is, they actually have a sandwich named after him at the Wildcat Deli up in Wading. Such a good guy, he gets a sandwich. Congratulations to you all.
For a picture?
Yes, that's all. We're going to jump in. Stay, girls. Thank you. Yeah, stay on. Okay. Just flank you off to the side. Okay, we'll give the PD a couple minutes to file out.
So many great things happening with the police
Great
department.
things with that police department.
I need to see DBG. I need to see
The summer wind came blowing in all the sea.
Stay tuned for more celebrations.
More celebrations soon to come.
Right?
What a fine.
We need a
police
bigger
department.
boardroom for our police department.
Yeah, we do.
Bye, honey.
Maybe Mark M.K. can sing a song or something while we're waiting.
Row, row, row your boat. How many times do you sing that at the cardboard boat race?
Oh my God, that's right.
Okay, we're going to move on with the meeting, and today is certainly a day of congratulations and acknowledgments, and it's going to continue on because we have with us a member of our community who I can't say enough good about. This gentleman is involved in everything that goes on in this town, and if you ask for a volunteer, he's already standing next to you. You don't have to ask him. He's just that kind of person. We all could learn a little bit from him to be better people, I assure you of that. We have what we call a program called Riverhead in Action, and it's where we are highlighting the good things about, all good things about Riverhead. And this particular one is called a Community Champion. And the Community Champion that we chose is a gentleman by the name of Joseph Vullo. Joseph Vullo has been involved in so many different things in this town, from the Knights of Columbus to St. John's Church to the Chamber. He's down at the cardboard boat race helping out all the time. I see him everywhere doing everything. Was he with banners, doing banners with you at one point in time or no?
He's always helped. I always see him as the man that's always collecting money for raffles. I lose a lot of money. That's what I see all the time.
Townscape.
And townscape.
Yes.
Yes, townscape.
And he cooks really good bacon, and I can prove that at St. John's Church, because we all walk out of this, in the cafeteria, we walk out smelling like bacon when Joe's been cooking the bacon, so.
Or cocoa
But,
at the Christmas time.
Yeah. Just a genuine good person. And we recently learned that he had just had a milestone birthday, and Joe turned 70 years old on us, or 70 years young, I should say. And we thought no better way to celebrate your birthday and celebrate your life here as a Riverhead resident than honoring you as a community champion. So if you would come up front, sir, we're going to present you. And by the way, you are our very first ever community champion.
No kidding.
So it's quite amazing. We have a proclamation, and it says, whereas it is both fitting and proper that the supervisor and the entire town board join with every citizen of the town of Riverhead in honoring Riverhead resident Joseph Vullo as the first ever recipient of Riverhead in Action Community Champion Award, and whereas Joe's dedication and love for the town of Riverhead is evident through his 3 decades-long commitment of volunteering with various local organizations, including St. John the Evangelist Church, Townscape, Knights of Columbus, the Riverhead Bid, and the Chamber of Commerce, just to name a few, Joe. It would be impossible to tally up the combined hours, days, and weeks Joe has selfishly given to these organizations. On any given day, Joe can be found volunteering outside local grocery stores or planting flowers to help in the beautification of his beloved Riverhead. Joe has poured countless cups of hot chocolate downtown during the holidays and is a steady presence at summer events like the annual cardboard boat races. Whereas, when he isn't giving back to the community, Joe is liking with his wife Fran at her hair salon in Aquabog, in the stands at Riverhead Raceway, or on a local ball field cheering for his grandsons. And whereas Joe recently celebrated his 70th birthday and is the proud father of 2 daughters and 2 stepdaughters. He has 10 grandchildren and resides in Aquabog with his wife Fran, where he's lived for the last 30 years. Joe's kind-hearted nature and open-minded ways have led him to a life of volunteering and giving back. So on this day, Riverhead Town Board, including the supervisor, present you with this proclamation. And congratulations. Yes. And I think we have a video that you're going to get ready to play.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing it with us. He's a good guy.
Well, he's got a great woman behind him.
Well, all good guys have a great woman behind them. Okay, this video. Hi, this is Tim Hubbard, supervisor of the great town of Riverhead, and you're watching Riverhead in Action, a media campaign designed to highlight the incredible work of the 350-plus employees that comprise Riverhead's 26 departments and sub-departments, town events, projects, job openings, local businesses, and other town happenings. I hope you find this informative and enjoyable, and thank you for watching Riverhead in Action.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Riverhead in Action. I'm Mark McLaughlin, and today we have a special guest, community trailblazer by the name of Joe Vullo. Joe, how are you?
I'm good, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Welcome to Riverhead in Action.
Thank you.
Been in action, Joe. I'd like to start by asking, can you give us some history about your background and what got you started and how it shaped you to be the great man, the great person you are today?
You're too kind, Mark. My move out to Riverhead, one of the best things I've ever done in life. I love it out here. It's peaceful. It's quiet. A little bit busier than it's been in the past, but It's growing, and that's the enthusiasm I take from this. Trying to help Riverhead just grow and grow and grow and get more beautiful each and every day.
Town Square in Riverhead, I gotta ask, what got you so involved in the town of Riverhead?
Well, one of the few areas on the water, on a riverfront on Long Island, and the town needs to take advantage of that, and I'm hoping to be a small part of that if I can be.
Well, there's so much giving back in our community, so much giving back. How do you stay motivated? What motivates you, and where do you find the strength?
Well, it starts with when I first got involved, the energy that I took away from that just kept growing. And as the energy grew, I saw the town growing. And I want to see it reach its maximum potential. I want to see people hustling and bustling up and down Main Street. I want to see gift shops. I want to see great restaurants. We have a number of really, really good restaurants. We could use more.
You wear a lot of hats. You wear a ton of hats. You're everywhere. You know, people see you everywhere. How do you balance your professional life, personal life, and family life? How do you manage that all?
Well, I do as much as I can for each category. And thankfully, a lot of the groups I'm part of, the Riverhead Townscapes, the Riverhead Chamber, I'm also a member of the Knights of Columbus. We allocate our time accordingly so that we have enough of us to go around to all of that.
What's next for Joe? What can people look forward to in the future?
Pretty much a lot of the same. I hope to continue in the process that I'm involved with now with the different organizations I'm with. The Chamber of Commerce takes up a good part of my time, and I'm glad to be with the Chamber. They do a lot of great stuff. Liz is amazing. But as far as my future, I'm probably going to stay status quo. I don't have any business ambitions. Maybe one day a small restaurant in Riverhead when the time is appropriate. Just moving forward, just watching Riverhead grow is pretty much what I'm hoping to continue doing.
Well, I'm sure that the future looks bright.
And it sure does.
With you,
Sure does.
especially with people like yourself.
Thanks,
you know,
Mark.
we do appreciate you, and hence why we are here today.
Right. Like everything I said, I love to help, I love to give back, and whatever I can do to accomplish that, I'm going to do, to the best of my ability anyway. But it was a wonderful, wonderful day.
Yeah, right.
Great job, Mr. Vullo. Thank you for all that you do for our town, and keep up the good work.
The time is now, Joe.
Yes, the time is now for that restaurant, by the way.
Joe, I have a Hollywood
I picture a
agent.
nice little Italian eatery, maybe, yeah? Yeah, okay. Cool.
I'm there.
I had a little bar there that I said, I don't know if my wife's going to be happy.
Thank you, all
Very
your
good.
positive energy. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Mark. I think you did a great job for
Yes,
us.
did a great
job.
One other thing I have here before we get into the public hearings. We have a birthday boy in the room today.
He's ducking.
Our very own Chip Cranborg is his birthday today. He's our IT guru. Happy birthday, Chip. Yeah, let's lead. Happy birthday, Mark. I know you can lead us with happy birthday.
Oh,
All right.
I'm like, Chip is the guy. I like
Chip is the guy.
You know, it's funny because he said the first time he saw me perform, I blew the speakers and they had to crank it down. So with that said, happy birthday to you. We can all say, come on. Happy birthday to you, Chip.
Happy
Birthday. What's that volume? Chip. Happy birthday
to
to you.
God sure did bless you with a voice.
That was tough to follow.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. I apologize putting you on the spot like that, but you're my man. You're my go-to man when it comes to this.
Represent well.
You do. You do. Okay. Moving on, we have, I have one other announcement to make that Reflections is this weekend, this Saturday. Starts at 3 o'clock. It's the Oktoberfest in Grandview Bell Park. The Bratwurst Boys are going to be playing there along with local breweries, and it's always a good time down there. The park will be lit up at night with all the artwork, and it starts at 3 o'clock on Saturday. So if you're looking for something to do, I highly suggest you stop down and pay a visit. It's always a good evening there. All right, Jim, do we have any correspondence?
Well, I think one more announcement that the country fair, I think, will happen prior to the next town board meeting as well, so.
Oh, you're right.
The coun-
Absolutely.
Right,
Go
so
ahead.
I
Yep.
think the country fair is scheduled for Sunday, October the 13th, down on the riverfront. I think it's the 50th year, I believe, so come on down. There's plenty of treats for everybody to do down there with that one. Correspondence, we received 16 letters. Some of them were just carried over from the previous meeting that came in after the deadline that dealt with the comprehensive plan, and some about the rental. All these letters were circulated to the board and made part of the record. These are, like I said, just being published at this point, but they have been circulated. And that's about it. We have no reports. It's the 1st of October, so the reports haven't come in yet. So the next meeting will have a slew of those. So there's no reports for this meeting. That's it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we're up to public hearings, and public hearing number 1, it's public input and request for funding on community development program, announcement of a public hearing. At this time, I would like to call Frank Messina to come up and address the public hearing for everybody. And it was scheduled for 2 o'clock, and it is now 2:31. Good afternoon, Frank.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody today?
Good.
Today's public hearing is to solicit comment and input from the public for our 2025 Community Development Block Grant funding applications. Every year, the town applies for this federal HUD funding, which is administered through Suffolk County and helps us fund public service groups, home improvement program for seniors, as well as other town projects located in low to moderate income areas throughout the public facilities funding line. This year, we are looking to apply for up to $250,000 for various projects, so if anybody would like to speak.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Supervisor Hubbard and members of the Riverhead Town Board. My name is Caitlin McClintock. I am the elementary school social worker for Riverhead Community Awareness Program, serving Roanoke Avenue Elementary School. First, myself and the rest of the CAP staff would like to thank you for your past and ongoing support of our programs. I have seen firsthand through my work at Roanoke Avenue School how much these funds have positively impacted students' lives. In my role at Roanoke Avenue, I provide individual and group counseling services to students in need, as well as provide evidence-based substance abuse and bullying prevention programs, crisis intervention, social skills groups, family outreach, and connection to community resources. In order to continue providing these vital services to Roanoke Avenue students in need, Riverhead Community Awareness Program is once again requesting funds from the Riverhead Community Development Block Grant. The funds granted will help provide services to Riverhead Town K-4 students and their families at Roanoke Avenue Elementary School. According to the Department of Education, Roanoke Avenue is a Title I school, meaning it has a high poverty rate, and it is the most impoverished school in the town of Riverhead. The most recent New York State Department of Education data identified 71% of the students in this school as impoverished. Roanoke students that are served by my role as the CAP social worker have experienced stress, trauma, and adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, which are linked to chronic health problems, mental illness, and substance use issues beginning in adolescence and across the lifespan, according to the CDC. So ACEs can also negatively impact education, job opportunities, and earning potential. However, this is preventable. The connections of these children and families to community resources is vital for their children's emotional and academic success. The success of these Riverhead children will have a direct impact on the economic future of our town. Allocating the CDBG funds to support these prevention programs and services is entirely appropriate and an investment in our town's youth, families, and future. In addition, most students and families experience health disparities and are typically not able to access these social work services outside of school. They are already at risk and need to have continued access to services we provide with this funding. Once again, I thank you for listening and for your ongoing support of our mission to help provide alcohol and drug prevention, education, counseling, and community services for Riverhead students and families. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Councilwoman Merrifield and I were having a discussion earlier today with ladies from the retreat, and we were telling them how remarkable the CAP program is and all the things that they do, and that you guys are nationally accredited, won awards. It's an awesome program. You guys set the standards for all other programs like that. So congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Do we have anybody else who would like to speak on this?
Hi, how is everybody today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Excellent.
My name is Shanissa. I am the visual and community director of the Butterfly Effect Project. We recently did a school drive with you guys, which we do appreciate greatly. I first joined BEP as a butterfly from 2016 to 2020, and since 2022, I've had the opportunity to service, to be a part of the butterfly staff. Over the years, I've witnessed the tremendous growth of the program. This month is enrollment month for us. That kicks off today. We start our program year with the Dragonfly chapter that meets tomorrow, and we're stepping into 10 years servicing the community, as well as our new home. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, we were gifted a 1.35 acre campus on Main Road, which we are definitely really excited about. We service over 100 butterflies in the Riverhead community. The past few years, we've provided weekly and biweekly programming in all 4 elementary schools in the district, as well as Pulaski, the intermediate school. We're now expanding weekly from into the middle school as well, continuing our commitment to empowering youth and their families in our community. Our Arch program has grown significantly. From an additional dance team to the Looks by Lynette Butterfly Closet, which is based off of my business, Looks by Lynette, that I created my second year in college as I was pursuing my visual communications degree in California. The Butterfly Effect Project provides the community members with access to clothes, accessories, and various items that they might need. And we regularly host pop-ups and warmly welcome community members as we receive donations and benefits and everything like that. And we truly believe it takes a village, and we're just really happy to be a part of the village the last 10 years. And I hand it off to Destiny.
Hello. My name is Destiny Swan. The Butterfly Effect Project is a place for the youth to dream and succeed. One of the programs that I currently run is one of the dance teams. The Elite Squad is a team that focuses on precision and excellence. Understanding the true meaning of the word team helps these girls to be able to come together and work as one. Our dance teams gives our girls a way to express themselves and also have an extracurricular activity to do after school. In Step and Drill, the girls learn teamwork as well as discipline, all while having a good time. I was the head JV of the program, the first head JV of the program, and this program not only helped my self-esteem, but it helped me navigate to the woman I am today. I currently own my own business and am the executive operations assistant at the Butterfly Effect Project. Without the help and guidance of the Butterfly Effect Project, I'm not sure where I would be, which is why I think this funding is so important to us. It allows the upcoming girls to experience the program and be able to get the guidance they need to succeed in life.
Can I just say, your group, your troupe performed at the Juneteenth event, is that right? They had 3 different troops. Yes, that was great. They were great.
Thank you.
Another program I can't say enough good about. I remember when you guys first started and how small it was and how it grew so fast.
Yeah.
And now for the number of girls, not just from Riverhead, but from all around that you have involved in this. Incredible. Incredible work.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Thank you. We have anybody else who would like to come up and speak? Do we have nobody online? Okay. All right. Having not seen anybody else wanting to come up, We will close the public hearing and we will keep it open for written comment
Till October 14th.
till October 14th. Okay, 10/14. Okay, thank you, Frank. Okay, we have a second public hearing number 2. And public hearing number 2 is to amend the Community Preservation Fund for water quality. And I'm going to ask Frank Mancini to come up to the podium. And this was scheduled for 2:10 and it is now 2:40.
If it's okay, Deputy Town Attorney
That's fine.
Paventi, I'm going to start us off.
Okay.
This is a proposed amendment to the Community Preservation Fund project plan to provide for water quality and pollution prevention projects. I'm here, present, can answer questions. Frank Mancini, Water District Superintendent, would like to speak. Jeanette is here, as is Community Development Director Dawn Thomas.
Okay.
Thanks, Anne Marie. I'm Frank Mancini, the Riverhead Water District Superintendent. So what we're asking for here is to have access to some of this money, a very small portion of it, to pay for the upfront engineering costs that are non-reimbursable for some of these water main projects that you've been hearing about in the news. Riverhead has fewer people on private wells than any other town in all of Suffolk County, but there are still areas where people have private wells. The DEC and the New York State Health Department target those areas and sample those private wells, and in some cases find them to be contaminated. We've got 3 separate areas in Riverhead. It's limited because most of Riverhead is on public water, so this isn't something we anticipate going on for a decade or so. We think this is going to be a couple years of work. The first one we're doing is Forge Road, and I just want to correct the record because when we did the work session, we inadvertently communicated some information that was flipped. We're not asking to get access to this money to do any wellhead treatment or any costs that would normally be covered by the ratepayers of the Riverhead Water District. We're going to deal with those problems the way we always have. What this is for is specific extensions that have identified as people on private wells that are contaminated. So an area like Forge Road, there's hundreds of people that live there. They have very contaminated water. We anticipate that project. We got about $1.2 million worth of grant funding, and we expect our total outlay to be closer to $193,000. So that would be the money we'd be looking to take from this fund. So I want people to understand that it's not, we're not looking to get millions of dollars from this fund. It's really a source of money that we can use to get a much larger portion of grant funding to solve these problems and protect the public health of the residents of Riverhead.
These are people, Frank, that are hopefully not drinking that water. They're bringing water in because it is so contaminated.
Or being provided point-of-use filtration, or just basically waiting for us to show up, but they're not likely to be drinking it from the tap. Right. They should not be, but you never know because not everybody follows the news. In some of these areas, they might not know any better. So we're going to fix this problem, and this is one of the steps we've got to take to do it.
Okay.
Any questions?
Now, I know this was put together some years ago. I think
we've been
Mr. Thiel who did this.
Yes, and he's made changes to. You can legally access money for many different things. We're not asking for anything like that.
Right.
But the town board should be commended because you guys are the ones, when these areas are identified, you pay out of the general fund for the map and plan, which is an engineering study on the project that defines those costs and the scope of the work. And that's the tool that community development uses to apply for these grants. And we've been really successful in getting those grants. And we've been working a lot behind the scenes administering these grants. This is not an easy thing to do. They don't just give you money for free and make it easy. It's actually a lot of work, and now we've run into the very end of it. We need to supply the bid specs and contract documents for the actual work that the EPA reviews, not only for scope, but to make sure we've configured the purchasing to align with the very unique purchasing requirements of every grant. So that's what this money's specifically going to be spent on, those contract documents and bid specs.
And I know this was a last choice option for you to get money to finish this project. You have explored other areas.
Yeah.
And instead of loading it on the backs of all the taxpayers for a smaller group of individuals that have bad water, this is a way to do it. This is what that law was intended to do, and that's what we're looking to.
You're absolutely right. Most of the ratepayers of the Riverhead Water District and the taxpayers did pay to bring water to themselves. So we certainly don't want to look to them to pay for this cost.
Right.
And it's a relatively small amount of money for the public health we're providing and the money that we're getting from the government.
Agreed.
Or anything?
Okay. Do we have, board have any questions?
No.
Would anybody from the audience have any questions or comments?
Good afternoon. I'm Richard Wines from Jamesport. And first of all, I just want to congratulate the town board on approving the comp plan update. I think that's a major accomplishment, and there's so many good things in there. I'm just delighted to see you finally push that over the finish line. And I know it wasn't easy.
Well, it was done on time with the second company and done under budget or at budget, so we're very proud of it. Very proud, and our planning department has already started implementing and putting some of those down on paper so we can change codes if we need to or whatever the case may be. So we're moving right along with it. They did a great job.
Great. I do want to apologize for not being more appropriately dressed. I'm trying to paint our one-room schoolhouse, which is also a town landmark, by the way. I do, on the comp plan update, I'm particularly excited over all the provisions that can help preserve farmland and Riverhead's rural character, and I know that was basically the highest priority of the citizens of Riverhead when they came out and talked at all those meetings. And that leaves me concerned a little bit about the wording of this code. I mean, we all support water quality preservation. We want to make sure these people that have contaminated wells get good water, but this code is forever. It's not just for this one project or this one-time use. And water quality preservation, it's actually one of the reasons for the CPF fund in the first place, because farmland preservation also provides water quality preservation, as does open space preservation. But what concerns me is that when the people of Riverhead adopted the current iteration of the plan, it calls for a limit of 20% to be spent for water quality projects. And as you're all aware, Riverhead does not exactly have a lot of CPF revenue. For years, we were barely able to pay off the indebtedness of the bond. In fact, it was threatening to sink the town's indebtedness at one point. And this is beginning to change a little bit now, but still the amount of revenue is very limited. And I think it's only fair that 80% of it still be used for farmland and open space preservation, which is what the people of Riverhead asked for. And so what concerns me is the wording of Section 1D. And this appears to allow 100% of the annual CPF revenue now, putting aside what's used for debt payment and that 10% bond fund coverage thing. All of it could be used for water quality. And that seems to me to be wrong. I don't think you intend it to be that way, but the wording of that seems to be that way.
1D, Richard?
1D.
It said not to exceed 50%.
Yeah, it says not to exceed 50% of the project
Well,
cost.
it's 50% of the cost of the project.
Right.
But it goes on to say not to exceed the annual Community Preservation Fund revenues calculated, less Community Preservation Fund payments for bond indebtedness and so forth, and less reserve. So basically, everything that's left over can be used for water quality according to this code. Am I not right on that?
I'm not seeing what you just read.
It's the last sentence.
I'd like to speak to that.
Sure.
Okay.
That would be great, Anne-Marie.
The town is not amending Town Law 64E, wherein it states a maximum of 20% of the fund may be utilized for implementation of water quality improvement projects. Nothing about this legislation is attempting to supersede that statutory provision. In addition, I assure the board, each and every year, the town of Riverhead's community preservation funds are subject to audit by the state comptroller. If we deviated from that statutory provision, trust me, you would know about it. This law actually, this proposal, not law, but this Community Preservation Fund project plan actually limits it even more. We limit it that we maintain annual reserves, we require projects to be more than 50% funded, and all of that must be within the statutory 20% cap.
Okay, makes sense.
Thanks, Anne Marie, and I appreciate that. I'm still have that same concern because it has to do with the definition of the word fund and what the CPF fund is. And is the CPF fund just the revenue that comes in this year? I think it's actually everything that's been stockpiled from other years' revenue and that kind of thing. So I would be much more comfortable if this could be amended so it would say that the water quality funding shall not exceed 20% of the annual community preservation revenues remaining after payments related to bond indebtedness and the 10% payment to the bond reserve. That's the spirit of what the people of Riverhead voted for, was that 20% of the revenues could be used for water quality. And the way this is worded right now, it would allow basically 100% of the leftover revenues after bond payments, et cetera, to be used for water quality. And we're desperate to have some funds that we can use to purchase development rights. Because another provision, both of the comp plan update and of the CPF renewal that was passed 4 years ago, is to establish a transfer development rights bank. And we can't do that bank unless we can purchase at least a small number of development rights. And if you're taking all of the money to use for water quality, we're not going to be able to purchase any development rights. And to me, these are, obviously warring priorities, but I think we need to have a balance here. And the balance that the town asked for was 20% for water quality and 80% for open space and farmland preservation. And I'd like to go one step further here, and you've raised the issue of farmland preservation causing problems with taxes. And obviously we all share that concern because we're all taxpayers. And of course, if you buy the development rights using a TDR, the farmland still continues to pay exactly the same taxes it paid before. I think we all know that. Mm-hmm. Secondly, those transferred credits can then be used to build more commercial space in our downtown area or along Route 58, and that generates tax revenues. And third, that preserved farmland cannot be used for houses, which we know are not tax positive. So, this is three different ways. It actually is good for the taxpayers of Riverhead and enhancing our tax base. So anyway, I strongly urge that you change that wording so it says that the water quality funding cannot exceed 20% of the annual community preservation revenues remaining after payments for bond indebtedness and the bond fund. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
So if I may, the amendments to Town Law 64E, the Community Preservation Fund for water quality, was not subject to a public referendum. The referendum and the referendum requirements are the early versions wherein the true focus was on farmland and open space and protection of natural resources. The water quality and those amendments, those were not a referendum. The public did not speak on that.
Right.
Next, as I assured you, it's in the statute under Town Law 64E subsection 3, the 20% requirement. This law is not going above and beyond that. It's actually much more restrictive. In addition, as the Water District Superintendent explained, there are only approximately 4 areas in the town of Riverhead that have residential development that do not have public water. As to those, Extension 94, South Maniville, fully funded, no CPF. River Road is more than half funded, and Community Development Director Dawn Thomas is applying for yet another grant to get us fully funded. The area Extension 96, Mill and Middle, we have a long way to go for grant funding. It wouldn't even qualify under this provision at this point in time unless we get more grants. As to Forge Road, we are fully funded except for $190,000+ for the engineering. That's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking right now to provide numerous residents with clean water. That's what you're looking at.
Thank you, Anne Marie. Anybody else like to comment? Mr. Carpenter. How are you?
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. And I would also like to...
What's your name, sir?
Rob Carpenter, Director of Long Island Farm Bureau. So I would also like to echo Mr. Wine's thank you for the comprehensive plan. And once again, thank you for having me be on the steering committee representing agriculture. It was a tremendous amount of work with incredible people who did a really incredible job to pass this comp plan through your efforts as well. But I also know that now there's more work to be done, which is the actual implementation of those recommendations. And a big part of that is going to be the Transfer of Development Rights program. I truly believe that the work that Frank Mancini is doing for the Water District is incredible, and Frank and I have had many conversations about all of the issues surrounding water, both for the town and for agriculture and the farmers. And there's no doubt that clean water is extremely important for those that are drinking it, and I fully recognize that. However, one of the things that we remain concerned about is the entirety of the Community Preservation Fund, not only in Riverhead but in other towns, where slowly we're seeing an eroding of the original intent, which was land preservation with a key focus on farmland preservation. And while there has been an incredible amount done here in the town through the bonding and through other towns of purchase of development rights, we must not forget that this is a long-term goal and that there's still about 6,500 acres left in Riverhead that need to be preserved one way or another. So with that being said, one of the things that we're looking at is the TDR program and the use of the TDR bank to be established. And that's where these Community Preservation Fund dollars that Riverhead has are going to be a key element to getting us going with that process. And now that the comp plan is finished, we are revitalizing the TDR committee, and we're going to start meeting again to do the work that you all have given us in the comprehensive plan. So I think there's a lot more at stake than just this 3 or 4 different projects, with all due respect to the town staff. I think that my concern is not about these 4 projects, which are incredible and we support. It's about what's going to happen with the next town board and the next attorney going forward out till 2050, and how much more it could be utilized. So I also support the recommendation of Mr. Wines to say, can we please tighten up the language in section 1D, just to be ultimately clear that this is going to be limited to the 20%. I think it's a minor correction just to clarify it, and I think it's really important to the future of the Community Preservation Fund and the plan. And then one last thing that I'd also like to comment on, I did see a couple of weeks ago that there is now a CPF water committee, and it is entirely made up of town employees to my recollection, and I might be wrong because my memory is not great anymore. But I would also recommend that there be a citizen or two also put onto that advisory committee, in particular somebody from the Farmland Preservation Program Committee, just to be there as an advocate for farmland and the preservation of farmland. So thank you very much for your time and appreciate all that you do for the town.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.
Certainly appreciate the comments from Mr. Wines and Mr. Carpenter. We, as Frank and Amory both said, we've spent a tremendous amount of time and energy getting the grants to get clean water to the public. The CPF fund was amended a few years ago, multiple times, because basically the collections are so high on the South Fork, and I'll just give you an idea of what those are. This is based on a comptroller's report from 2021 to 2022. There was 403.6 million collected, complete number, the CPF for all the 5 towns. Riverhead share of that, which was only 15.5 million, which is 3.8% of the total collections. Just to give you an idea of what's happening in other towns, Southampton collected 224 million in that year, and East Hampton collected 127.2 million. Southold was 28 million, more than Riverhead, and Shelter Island was only 8.5 million. So I think, it's important to note that the points that they're making relating to farmland preservation, certainly the comprehensive plan is very good evidence of the board's direction in that regard. We have just a few tools we can use to purchase farmland in Riverhead, and as Mr. Carpenter mentioned, there's 5,500 acres remaining to purchase. We have more acreage in the crosshairs of development right now than any other town on the east end, and yet we collect the least in CPF money. And so just as a matter of equity, I think it's important to think about the thrust from the North Fork, including Southold, to be really evening out how that fund works. But the reason that the amendments were made to allow the clean water, also affordable housing, and first-time home buyer exemption, and just for the record, Riverhead was unable financially to participate in the first-time home buyer exemption and the affordable housing exemption, because there's so much money available. I think Southampton has close to $1 billion in their fund, and really not a ton of farmland to spend it on. The Peconic, the CPF fund was a regional fund to protect the region. Riverhead has the most farmland in jeopardy, and so I think the thrust might want and I know Richard and Rob probably agree, toward getting some equity in that fund in terms of making it more regional, because Riverhead, as they said, the clean water is preservation of farmland and open space contributes to clean water for the region, not just for Riverhead. And so there is a lack of equity there, and we're here fighting over the scraps today. Unfortunately, I think that's an important thing to remember and to focus on. And we really have no other options to provide the balance of funding necessary to give clean water to our residents other than actual taxpayer money. This fund is been allowed to do that, and we'd like to take the opportunity to do it. And so that's all I have to say.
Ms. Thomas, can I just comment? Ms. Thomas, can I just comment? I'd spoken to you about this, and I spoke to the Jamesport Civic Association about these same numbers. And if I understand Mr. Wines and Mr. Carpenter correctly, they're both concerned that they are afraid this is money that's going to be chipped away the way the other towns have chipped away. But those other towns have those funds you're speaking about that we don't. They have the first-time homeowners fund, and they also have the affordability housing fund that allows them to chip away at that community development fund money and put it towards those other infrastructure. We don't.
Yeah.
So we're not, if I understand the legislation that you're proposing, we're not chipping away at this the way they have done that in those other towns with those other types of not projects, laws that they've passed, legislation they've passed,
Yeah,
correct?
clean water for the public and the taxpayers in the town of Riverhead is a real need.
Mhm.
We have a real problem. The town board has stepped up, made things happen for the public. The town board and the town of Riverhead, no one in the town of Riverhead was responsible for the PFAS contamination of the water, and yet you all made sure that we were able to have the resources and opportunity to go after that grant money, which we were, grateful to receive. It just always sticks out to me that the disadvantaged continue to be disadvantaged, and that's the problem here. And so maybe that's a bigger conversation that needs to get started.
Right.
Dawn, before you go, back to Mr. Wines, where he's asking for this to be tightened up a little bit, because he made a very valid point. We don't know what's to come down the road. We don't know, who might be trying to take advantage of chipping away as time goes by. So is there some way that we can recreate this language?
Yeah, I'm going to step away because Amory's the drafter, and
Okay.
he's got the details on that.
So first and foremost, this community project plan, if it gets adopted and incorporated into the most recent Community Preservation Fund project plan, that not constantly, but under state statute, it gets updated over time. That's why if, you saw it in the original preamble, it was recently updated. I don't want to get the date wrong. I think it was 2021 or 22. So it'll keep getting updated. And like I stated, we're audited every single year. The law, the state statute, actually gets amended faster than we amend our project plans. I mean, what's included in it. I think it is tight, and I think the statute is very clear with regarding the limitation of 20% on water quality improvements. We have a committee that gives recommendations for open space. We have a committee that gives recommendations regarding farmland. And now you have a committee with individuals who have experience with water quality giving recommendations. The town board should also be aware, each and every time you seek to spend CPF money, you will do it by resolution. So this isn't blanket authority. After this is adopted, if the committee recommends to move forward on Forge Road, that resolution and the exact monetary amount for use of community preservation funds will come before you. And the same individuals that are concerned and spoke today can speak on each and every resolution that may come up in the future regarding a water quality project.
Emery, is there a possibility of adding a member of the community to that committee from the farming community?
Well, you could, but, I don't know why you would. You have representatives for farmland, the farmland committee. Everything's going to be done publicly. You wouldn't move forward with the grants, or let me say this, you didn't hesitate moving forward with grants to provide clean drinking water. The committee, the water members of it, we take a hard look at everything before we even start a grant process. I mean, I think we're the best qualified on water quality projects. I don't want to create a situation where it's going to be a constant discussion about competition with a farmland project. I don't believe that will occur because I told you there's a limited number of projects. But it really just begs and prolongs a conversation, the debate. Do you spend CPF to provide residents clean water, or don't spend it, leave the grant funding where it is, we won't finalize the grant, and instead we'll pick a farmland piece? I don't think it has to be that way. I don't think it should be that way. And I don't think it actually will be that way.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else like to comment on this?
Zoom.
We have one person online. We'll take that person, Chip. John, can you hear us?
Yes, I do. Thank you. I can hear you, and I'm trying to, not that it makes any difference, but I will try and give you my video too. Okay. Good afternoon. I can't be physically with you because I have a work Zoom at 4 o'clock that I got to do. But two things to want to say. One is simply I have tremendous respect for Richard Wines and the motivation and sincerity of his words, and also his capability in understanding the nuances of things. So I hope that you do take seriously the suggested language that he has given you. The second thing is Ms. Thomas has on several occasions, and I think she's right, that the real issue is beyond the scope of the town to move around the funds. And I don't know if she could tell us where is the decision making that could go to the equity question. Is that the county legislature? Is that the state legislature?
The state.
And if there is an obvious target to get that equity, I would hope that out of this discussion, the town board could send a letter to the incumbents or the candidates urging that this question of equity should be on their agenda. That's all I had. Thank you very much.
Ms. McCall, if I can answer that question for you, that's legislation that would need to change at the state level.
Okay, well, we have people running for the state senate and the state house, and I hope that the town could specifically ask them to go on record to support equity, and then do that when they're in Albany.
The town has in the past and should continue, but this issue was definitively addressed with Assemblyman Thiel on numerous occasions. At one point in time, there was a Community Preservation Fund advisory forum, and all the then supervisors during that period of time when the forum was going on would make a request, and we have made that request in writing, and we should continue to do so.
Emery, can you give me a situation in 2 town boards from now where this could get reckless?
No. If you really get into the weeds, the way this legislation is written, it can only be for projects wherein there is evidence of contamination to the private water, only wherein more than 50% grant funding, and then it's limited by whatever the annual CPF for that year. You have to subtract out the bond indebtedness, you have to subtract out a 10% reserve. So, in answer to your question, no. No. And when you look at the CPF law, Town Law 64E, there's a plethora of projects that you could utilize CPF money for. The town of Riverhead does not do that. We have not bought historic buildings, historic barber shops, and refurbished them. Riverhead has never done that, and we've never included those items in our project plan. We've played it tight to the vest and received numerous favorable scorecards from the state controller.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anne Marie. Thank you, John.
Okay.
Anybody else? No? Okay, not seeing anybody else. I will keep this open for 10 days for written comment. That will bring us to October 11th at the close of business. Thank you. Okay, that's it on public hearings. I'm going to open it up now to comments on the resolutions. Does anybody have any comments on our resolutions? Hey, Mr. Sid, how are you?
Good. Sid Bale, President of Wading River Civic Association. I have a comment and concern about resolution number 39, the very last resolution. It authorizes the town clerk to publish and post public notice for a public hearing for the purpose of conducting the Monroe balancing test for Elite Towers Wading River Fire District. Now, I know this is an important issue, okay? I saw the work session, by the way, and the interesting thing is I didn't know anything about this, that it was at this particular stage until the day before the work session. And that isn't the important thing, but I try to keep up with things. I try, okay? And in this case, I wasn't very, very successful. But, you know, there are a lot of folks out in the community who know even less than I do about what's going on in Little Wading River. And I know the concerns that were expressed by Councilman Rothwell and others about the need for the project. But this resolution, we were talking about a hearing about the Monroe balancing test. I think some people will be thinking we're talking about foreign policy. Oh, yeah, the Monroe Doctrine, you know, literally, you know, they don't know the Monroe balancing test. Now, what I would hope you would do is, with this resolution, is to change the hearing, public hearing time or date from November 17th to November 19th. All right, why? Well, November 7th is on a Thursday. All right, why is it on a Thursday? We had the presidential election, darn it. All right, we're all having so much fun following the presidential election, but seriously, not used to town board meetings on a Thursday. And also, I think there is precedent when it's, quote, an important issue or substantial issue, people usually advocate an evening meeting so more people can be involved. And so the next evening meeting is on, if I'm correct, is November 19th at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, when people who follow things, they're used to the town board meeting being on a Tuesday. By the way, I'd like to compliment the town for the material that they've posted on the website on the work session. I think it's very, very useful. And there is information in there about the Monroe balancing test, at least an outline of what generally it is about. And I think public involvement in issues like this is really important, and I think it's called for. And, you know, too often we, you know, and I see it also on my end, I don't know, on your end, it must be even greater. Something happens, and then people get indignant about it, and they say, who did this? Why didn't someone tell me? And I know the town makes every effort. In fact, the stuff that we have now, like the cable TV, the website, et cetera, is a great improvement over the past. So once again, I would request that you change the dates of the public hearing to from November 7th to November 19th. Thank you.
Thank you, Sid.
You're welcome.
Board, do you have any inkling?
I would not be in favor of that at all, given what we just heard. You know, most of the community in Riverhead has cell tower communication, which means most of the citizens have communication with police, with ambulance. In that section of Wading River, they do not. I see no reason to prolong this. You know, it's been way too long, and I care about the citizens that are going to need help more than I can think about someone who doesn't care about that. And I'm not saying you, Sid, I'm saying in general.
And I have to agree with the councilman is saying, is that I'm a member of the fire department, I'm on scene, the radios don't work. There's a communication barrier. And so I sit at a project like this and I measure if it takes one incident where somebody has a heart attack and goes into cardiac arrest at the Congregational Church or St. John the Baptist Roman Catholic Church, there is going to be a delay. Nobody's cell phones don't work. When the chiefs get on scene, they can't relay the proper need for paramedics and other additional response vehicles on scene. If something happens and it's between the 7th and the 19th, it's like, you know, every day that we delay it, we are currently right now, knowing that there's a fix to a problem, we're avoiding fixing it. And so every day that we do that, we're putting our law enforcement and our firefighters, our paramedics, our EMTs in jeopardy. It's not about a cell phone tower because we want to make everybody's life better to Google something on phone and to search. It's about emergency services, and that's why I stand behind this. And I would like to see this project move forward as soon as possible and no delay to emergency.
I appreciate point of view. Okay. And, but the Monroe balancing test takes in a great number of factors. And it, like for instance, when people talk about what the community looks like, aesthetics, I think you used the term during the work session more than once. If it is a consideration, you're saying it shouldn't outweigh other considerations, but I respectfully disagree.
Will agree to disagree. I'm going to tell you that Matt Charters and the planning department have done an excellent job looking at all the different factors.
Right.
This is not something that just comes up in a work session. This has been on their table. It has been sent for revisions and for revisions for a long time, for countless months. I can tell you that I sat down with Mike Harrigan over 3 years ago when we looked at this project when he was a fire commissioner, and there was a lot of studies that needed to be done.
A former president of the Wading River Civic Association, by the way.
So this is not something that has just suddenly arose, and it's been needed for a long time. It's been studied for a long time, and you have a group of fire commissioners that are willing to sign the agreements to move forward with funding, and you have a board that sits before you that understands the importance behind it. The factors that the Monroe hearing will bring up, I think we've addressed them all because it's a very unique spot. It's not sitting out in a public field. It's not in the middle of a baseball park. You know, it is in a secure area behind the firehouse, and the new design is different.
The firehouse is going to cover up the
majority. When you're driving by, I don't know, unless you got a sunroof and you're looking up at it, and you ain't going to see it too much. I mean, is it going to be seen, Sid? Sure, but it's going to become like everything else. You know, look at the nuclear power plant in Shoreham. I mean, we all see it, and it kind of slowly over time it washes away out of our vision. But this is about safety. This is not about, you know, we just want to have the enjoyment to sit down and Google sports figures on our phone. It's about safety, and I know personally, being on scene, and I was taken back when I joined the fire department on how bad the radio communications are. They're non-existent down there. It's difficult. You know what it's like to have somebody in church having a CPR attack and somebody literally running down to the firehouse because they can't get anything, begging for help, and then we're then delaying even a longer response. It needs to be addressed.
Right.
So,
as far as I'm concerned, the town has been put on notice that there's a problem, there's a safety hazard, and that has to be addressed. And if I was able to get this done tomorrow, I would be doing it because the safety of our residents and first responders come first above aesthetics or anything of that matter as far as I'm concerned.
But we're 30 days out. Have people in the community share it with the Wading River Civic Association. They can start sending in comments now. We read everything that comes into us.
Right. Well, you know, first of all, what's the purpose of this hearing then?
It's
If
a
it
legal,
sounds
legal,
like-
legal step in getting approval. to
Okay,
the-
all right.
Yes.
That's what it appears to me.
Yeah.
It's like, but you mentioned the firehouse. Firehouse, I think, is what, 37 feet tall?
I don't recall having looked at
37.
the plans.
Right.
It's
This project is, with the aerial antennas, is over 200 feet tall. So I don't know if you necessarily need a sunroof, to see that. Now, how much should that factor
When you're
weigh?
when I was referring to when you're driving on North Country Road
Right.
past the firehouse, your vision from the road to the firehouse, it's a
Right.
tall firehouse.
Yeah.
You'd have to, you're not going to see above it.
Again, we respectfully, I
understand.
respectfully disagree.
I won't
with
debate you, but it's just, yeah.
But,
This is, as you can tell, this is true and dear to me because
Yeah.
it's a necessity. I see the struggles of our paramedics, and we have
Yeah.
to address it.
I'm not heartless, and I know in where I live in Wading River, in the last, 6 months or so or less, there have been 3 occasions where the ambulances have visited our neighborhood and responding, and they've responded very quickly. One was just a couple of days ago, and it's an important issue, but I think something about the character of the community, et cetera, at least people's perception, is also important.
I understand, but I will tell you that when I left the firehouse one evening, there was a firefighter that went halfway down the steps on the bottom and split his head open and
Right.
was seriously bleeding. When I went down there, I was by myself, Sid. I reached in my cell phone
Right.
pocket. I could get no other help. I sat there wondering, do I leave him here,
Right.
okay, where he's now
Right.
bleeding out? Do I
Right.
leave him here, or and to run inside to pick up a phone to call a paramedic? What do I do? It's a bad situation to be in, and if you find yourself, God forbid, in that situation, and you know there's a remedy to it, you find the remedy down the road, and we fix it so it never happens again. But what a stressful situation is to leave an injured person. Now you're worrying about spinal injuries, other things that can happen as you run in to go pick up a landline to dial for help. It was a bad day that day.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. Any other comments on resolutions? Nobody online? Okay, let's get on to the resolutions.
Okay, we'll start with Resolution 1, which is Resolution 819.
Authorizes the removal of fixed assets. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 820.
PD accepts donation of 2 motorcycles from Suffolk County. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Councilman, great job on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes, thank you, Suffolk County Executive Romaine, and also thank you to Councilman Rothwell. Thank you.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes, thank you. Look forward to it. It's going to be a great addition to our department, and I thank the officers for immediately going out and getting trained. So we have a motorcycle squad ready for their vehicles.
Hubbard.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, County Executive Romaine and Councilman Rothwell, for your assistance in making this happen.
Okay, resolution is adopted. Resolution 821.
Authorization for 1 police department employee to attend a training course. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 822.
Authorization for 1 police department employee to attend a training course. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 823.
Appoints a call-in recreation aide 2 to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 824.
Appoints a call-on recreation aide 2 to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 825.
Amends a portion of a resolution 2024-459 adopted on May 22nd, 2024 to correct the salary of a seasonal recreational aide. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 826.
Appointments of Fire Marshal 1. I think that should say appoints.
Yeah.
So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yeah, thanks, Liam. Took the test, scored up top, so thank you very much, and best of luck. Doing a great job as is.
And Hubbard.
Yes, absolutely.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 827.
Ratifies the appointment of a water treatment plant operator 2B. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 828.
Approve salary adjustments for named highway employees. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 829.
Promotes an employee to a highway labor crew leader. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 830.
Promotes an employee to construction equipment operator. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 831.
Promotes an employee to construction equipment operator. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 832.
Promotes an employee to heavy equipment operator. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 833.
Promotes an employee to construction equipment operator. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 834.
Promotes an employee to heavy equipment operator. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 835.
Authorizes the town clerk to republish and post notice to bidders for one 2024 Mack Model MD642 dump truck for Riverhead Water District. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 836.
I'd like to table this resolution.
Make a motion to table?
I'd like
You
to
have
make a motion
pull
to table.
The resolution
I think
has
we
to
gotta
be
pull it all
moved.
together, no?
First, the resolution has to be moved, then it has to be seconded, then you make the motion.
All right. I want to move the resolution.
Okay. Someone second.
836 is ratifies authorization for Goodman Marks
No.
Associates.
We didn't.
We didn't read
Oh,
it yet.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah.
Incorporated to conduct an appraisal of town property. And we have a motion to table this?
Move it.
Someone makes the motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to table.
Okay.
Someone seconds
Second.
the motion.
Okay.
Now you vote on the motion.
Now we vote on the motion to
To
table
table.
this.
Okay, Woski.
Yes to table.
Merrifield.
Yes to table.
Kern.
Yes, you can see we don't table too many things. Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes, the table.
Hubbard.
Yes to table.
Could you tell me who seconded that motion, please?
I did.
You did? Okay. Motion has been tabled. Resolution 837.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a license agreement with the Butterfly Effect Project for the use of the Riverhead Senior Center. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
We're talking about Thanksgiving already. Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
So approved. Resolution 838.
Approves the final version of the CSCA 2023-2025 contract. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 839.
Approves United States Department of the Interior Fish and Wildlife Services access for hi-fi water level logging equipment at Wading River boat ramps. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 840.
I believe it has to be an amendment is needed on Resolution 840.
Right, so we're going to move the motion, and then we're going to second it, and then someone's going to make a motion to amend.
Okay. Grants preliminary approval for the site plan application entitled Hildreth Real Estate Advisors, Calverton, 1001 Scott Avenue, Calverton, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-135.10-1-1.
So moved.
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion to amend?
Make a motion to amend.
Right, so-
What Resolution 840?
Right, so in the third whereas, there's an incorrect date. It says September 6, 2024. It should say September 6, 2023. And then in the first resolved, which is on the
Packet one.
second to last page, sorry, third to last page, it says that the Town of Riverhead Planning Board is granting preliminary site plan approval. It should say the Riverhead Town Board is granting preliminary site plan approval.
So,
That's under the second resolved?
It's on the first
no, the
resolved.
first one, yeah.
First one, okay. Oh, okay, got it.
Make a motion as amended.
We
Approve as
vote-
amended?
We vote on the motion to amend?
Yeah.
Vote on the motion to amend. Town Board Resolution 840.
Okay, Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes. As
Kern.
amended.
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes to amend.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution as amended has been adopted. Resolution 841.
Authorizes the town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 237, Section 4 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Permit Procedures. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 842.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 269, Section 5 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Removal and Return of Abandoned Carts. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 843.
Adopts a local law to amend Chapter 263 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Rental Dwelling Units. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 844.
Hate this one. Adopts a local law amending Chapter 289-6 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Turns. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
I'm going to vote no, because it's Cromer Avenue, and I want to make a right there. But you guys can vote yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 845.
Pays bills. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
good. Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 846.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a license agreement with American Cancer Society for special event. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 849.
Amends terms and conditions of employment for Police Chief Frost. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 850.
Authorizes designated alcohol service vendors to serve alcohol at the Oktoberfest Festival. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Wouldn't be an Oktoberfest without it, I don't think, so vote yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 851.
Reclassifies Ken Tester's Assistant Town Engineer position number 08-1162-31 to Town Engineer. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes, he's does a phenomenal job. Thank you for all his work and leadership. Vote yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like the diehard battery guy. Resolution 8 is adopted. Resolution 852.
Amends terms and conditions of employment for Ken Tester, Town Engineer, and authorizes supervisor to execute an agreement. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 853.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a stipulation of settlement with the Civil Service Employees Association, Inc., Local 1000, AFSC, ME-AFL-CIO, Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk County Local 852. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 854.
Ratifies the authorization for the supervisor to execute an MOA with CSCA Local 1000, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk Local 852, Riverhead Town Police Benevolent Association, and Riverhead Town Superior Officers Association. So moved.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 855.
Establishes standard workday for elected and appointed officials. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 856.
Classifies Elite Towers, Wading River Fire District as a Type 1 action pursuant to SECRA, initiates coordinated review, and requests lead agency status 1503 North Country Road, Wading River, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-54-1-28.4. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 857.
Authorizes the town clerk to publish and post public notice for a public hearing for the purpose of conducting the Monroe Balancing Test for Elite Towers, Wading River Fire District, 1503 North Country Road, Wading River, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-54-1-28.4. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. That concludes the resolutions.
Okay, I'm going to open it up now to comments from the public on any topic. Comments from the public on any topic. Don't all jump up at once, folks. Yeah,
You noticed. Yes.
me.
I spent all
Go
time
Mets.
in Yankee Stadium, so.
Let's go Mets.
I wanted to be a Mets fan, but my wife won't let me. She says I have to be a Yankee
Wife
fan.
won't let
We have nobody online for comments? Okay, then I would like to make a motion that we adjourn the town board meeting.
So moved.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy, stay safe, and
Happy birthday, Chip.
happy birthday, Chip.
Mr. Chips, happy birthday.